Hey everybody, so let's talk about the Dove ad. So, if you've been on social media, if you've been on Facebook and you've been looking through your timeline, you will know that a lot of people are talking about this new ad by Dove. Insert image here. So, a lot of people think it's racist, a lot of people think it's not racist, a lot of people haven't seen the full video. If you have seen the full video, then you would know that in the ad, there's 3 people, not 2, who basically lifts up their shirt to turn it to another person. So I made this video because I don't want to argue about whether or not it's racist, because honestly, I don't want to get into that. What I do want to talk about is how we can stop bad ideas from getting out of the door. Even though I never ran into any racist situations, I have had many bad ideas get out of the door. And either it has been a bad idea that I have planned and just pushed out the door, or it was something that happened on the spot. For example, I had a Facebook group, I still have it to this day. And during that Facebook group, there was a lot of racial topics that I talked about. And the way it came across, it was an uncomfortable conversation. Was I prepared to have that type of conversation over Facebook Live? No. Did it turn out to be as big of a spectacle that the Dove ad turned out to be? Oh God, no, I couldn't handle that. But we all do run into situations where we either are on the spot and something bad happens, or it's something that was actually planned out, and then by the time we get out the door, you're like, holy crap, I regret every decision I ever made in my entire life. So there are many ways that we can prevent that. First, you need to talk to some friends, some real friends. Now, every idea that I come up with, I usually talk with other people about it. I talk with a variety of people to figure out what their perspective is. For example, right now, I am doing tech pop-up shops where I'm working on people's websites one-on-one, either online or in person. And for the events, so what I wanted to do is for the events that I go up north for, I was gonna charge a lot more. There's one that is coming up in Springfield where I was gonna charge, I think, we're still working out numbers, but I was gonna charge about $130 per person for the workshop. And for the workshops that I do on the north side, I was gonna have a higher price point than the workshops I do on the south side. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted more of our community in tech. But after running that through a bunch of people, I realized, okay, if I'm gonna do it, a lot of people value paying for something than attending something for free. I have witnessed it, I have experienced it myself. So I have to charge no matter where I'm at. But that type of idea would sound horrible in some people's eyes, and they'll run off with it and say, oh my God, she's being, what is the word? I forgot the word. But I am favoriting people versus other people. But I ran it through people, and I made decisions after running it through a variety of people. Don't just choose one, run it through multiple people. So what is something else that you can do? You can do a sample test with the general public. And I'm trying to think, I'm stopping and I'm thinking for a minute, because I'm like, if I had that type of ad, if I was in that situation where I had people lifting up and changing colors and all that stuff, like what is a good way to put that idea out there without causing the chaos that it has caused? And I believe something like that could have been stopped way back in idea phase, in the conversation phase. After working as a QA for 4 years, I know that it's best to stop problems right when it happens. You don't want to wait until it's out there. So it was a bad move on Dove all around, whether you feel it's racist or not. somebody should have said, it's a little borderline. And as soon as you get the sense that it's borderline, you probably shouldn't do it. I know a lot of people are out there and they need to be controversial because it's part of their brand. But if you are not a controversial brand, even if you feel like it's borderline, you should kind of stop it at the door. So you should talk to other people. You should do sample size testing, test it with a few people. I know a lot of companies hire survey companies, and I forgot what else they're called, where you bring people and you say, hey, you'll get this gift card if you do this survey. And maybe you should have did that. Just put a whole bunch of people into a room, show the video, and see how they feel about it. A whole bunch of diverse people into the room. And I'm also thinking Dove might have took those steps, because like, have you ever been in a situation where you felt like something was racist, but you did not want to speak up in fear of being that person? I don't know. It could have happened. But anyway, we're going to stop talking about that. What can we take away from this? How can we prevent ourselves from making huge mistakes? Because we're making small businesses now that will grow into huge companies that will make mistakes in the future. So it's best to try to avoid them. Come up with that plan. And I'm out.